my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you loads of cleaning motivation and speed cleaning my house, but I'm also going to be testing out and reviewing a product which I'm so excited to try. I've always wondered how these work. I'm trying out the Roborock S6, which is a robot vacuum. So this will run around your house on your floors, it will vacuum them, and it will also mop your floors. So I'm so interested to see how this works. It basically uses auto navigation to run around and clean your house. It has sensors on the bottom and you can link it to an app on your phone, and then you can choose which rooms it cleans or doesn't clean. You can leave the house and leave it to mop your house. So I think this is going to be amazing and such a game changer. It easily sucks up crumbs, dirt, debris, pet hair. You can schedule cleans, and you can even link this to your devices. Like say I've got the Google Home, so I'll be able to say, hey Google, vacuum the floor or mop the floor. So yes, what I'm gonna do is unbox this, and while it's charging, I'm going to clean the kitchen just to make sure that all the crumbs and everything is on the floor before I use this. So yeah. Okay, so when you unbox the Roborock, you'll see some instructions along with the vacuum itself, which is this disc here. You'll also get a docking station for it, an extra filter, and some mop heads, which I'll show you in a minute. But for now, I'm just going to plug in the dock and leave it to charge while I clean up the kitchen. Yes, so I'm just going to tidy away everything that's been left over from breakfast and anything I didn't get around to in the mad rush this morning to get all of the kids out of the house. I'm also going to change the bins, and while I'm at it, I'm throwing away the remains of Caleb's birthday cake. I'm also going to change the recycling, and what I normally do is take the bag out but leave it on the side so I can put more things in it throughout the course of the day, because it's never that full because everything is cardboard and packaging. So yes, now that that is all fresh, I'm going to wash any dishes that need to be washed, put away some that I washed this morning, fill up the dishwasher as well with any of the plates and cutting boards and utensils and everything that's just been chucked into the sink. Once all of that is away, I'm going to clean my sink. I'm not sure if you can see this, but it's really quite stained today. So when it gets like this, I just use a tiny bit of bleach and water and just leave that to sit in the sink while I do the rest of the cleaning. So I'm now going to clean down our surfaces, and I'm using my squeaky clean cloth, which I mentioned the other day in a day in the life video. I really like it because it doesn't get streaky or leave any smears of product or anything, and you can use it on surfaces, on windows, on glass, literally anything you want to, and you really don't need any product. I've been trying to cut down on how much surface spray I use because someone said it can leave like a residue on your surfaces. So I've been using this cloth a lot. I've bought a few of them so I can be constantly washing them. So yeah, I'm just going to wipe down the stove and the glass splashback as well. And while I was doing this, I noticed that our display flowers, well, the vase that they sit in, was actually quite dirty. It had food on it. I guess where I'm cooking, it must get a few splashes on it. But once that's done, I'm also going to straighten out the boys' kind of TV play area. This is always a little bit messy, but doesn't take a minute to tidy up. So I'm just going to put the pillows back to where they should be, put some toys back, remotes back. And while I'm doing this, I noticed that our rug was looking quite dirty, so I'm going to fold this up and put it into the washing machine. This is something I do quite often, almost every week, because it is the easiest way to clean it. It is a very thin rug. Then I'm going to wipe down our glass table again with my squeaky clean cloth, and by the time I've finished all of this, our vacuum is fully charged. So setting up this vacuum could not have been easier. All you have to do is download the Roborock app, add the vacuum, connect it to your Wi-Fi, and then press clean, and you'll see it come away from its little dock and start vacuuming straight away. And I was so excited when I did this because the first thing that it did was go underneath our table and start navigating through the very small gaps between our chair legs, and I just couldn't believe how well it was doing to get around all of our furniture. We really do have a lot of furniture in this house, but it did so well. It was zigzagging back and forth on the floor, and it was picking up Cheerios, bits of rice, dust, dirt. So the first time that you use this, you enable something called room mapping, and this means that it will use a laser sensor to draw a full map of your house so that it basically can then clean with its own auto navigation. So once it's done a map of your house, you can then choose any no-go areas. You can also split rooms, and then you can use selective cleaning in the future. So you could say just clean the living room, just clean the kitchen, and it will know exactly where to go. So the Roborock was doing really well at picking up food and dust and crumbs and dirt, but I actually sprinkled some sugar on the floor just to see how well it picked it up, and it did do really well. And I wanted to show you this. This is after a full house clean, so upstairs as well, but this is what the dustbin looked like after a full house clean. So as you can see, it was picking up a lot. While it was cleaning, I actually made myself a coffee and kind of just sat by and watched, because it was the first time I used it. I didn't want to leave it on its own straight away. I know that sounds silly, but I just wanted to see how it worked and how it coped. So with this, you can vacuum and mop at the same time, but because our floors were so dirty, I wanted it to do a full vacuum before I added the mop head. But it just looks like this, and you get two different mop heads on it. So once one is dirty, you can throw it into the washing machine and use the other one. All you have to do is add some water like this into this compartment, and it will slowly drip out onto the mop head and then onto the floor, and it will mop as it is vacuuming. So I put that on there, and because it was the first time I was using it, I also really wet the mop head, and then all you have to do is put it onto the bottom of the vacuum. I really like that you don't have to turn the vacuum over. You can just slide the mop head on, and then it will run around and mop your floor as well. There's also a mop protector for the docking station, which I also added on, but hopefully you can see how it's doing, see which part is shiny and which isn't. But this was literally amazing, because if I'm honest with you, I mop on a need to mop basis, or I will do a full mop once a week. But really, with 5 of us in this house, I probably should be mopping every single day. So now I can just turn this on and it will mop our floors. And this is what the mop head looked afterwards. So it was definitely picking up dirt, and then it's very easy to take this off and put this into the washing machine. So I'm going to throw this into the wash with the rug that I showed you guys earlier, and while I'm in here, I'm going to quickly tidy up our utility room, which as usual is a total mess. There are loads of birthday presents that Caleb recently got, along with a few things that I have been sent. So I'm going to put all of the board games and new toys into the garage. That's where I tend to keep all of the games, and then tidy up anything else that has been left onto the side. There's some laundry, coloring books, there is a basket of birthday cards right there. So once that's all clear, I'm going to wipe down the surfaces again with my trusty squeaky clean cloth, and I'm also going to wipe down this area. It really doesn't get very messy around that sink because it's just really for the kids to wash their hands. But yes, while I was doing this and putting the coloring book away, I noticed just how bad this cupboard was. So I've got a minute. I'm going to take all of the coloring books out, wipe down that cupboard, and then just sort through how many coloring books we actually need. So I'm just going to choose which ones we should keep, if there's any that have been fully colored, put the stickers somewhere, just try and like put it in some kind of order. And as you can see, it looks a lot nicer once I have done that. Then I'm gonna make my way upstairs, and I know I have a stair basket, but it always gets out of control with things that need to go back up the stairs. Once I'm upstairs, I'm also gonna let the Roborock vacuum while I'm sorting things out. So I've started it out in Fraser's room, and it works just the same on carpet. You don't have to change the head or do anything at all, but I have taken the mop attachment off because obviously I just needed to vacuum upstairs. So while it's doing that job, I'm going to get on and just sort through everything that I picked up from the stairs and anything that is on my chair robe, because there is normally quite a lot of laundry on the chair. So I'm just going to put this into piles and return it to all the rooms that it needs to be returned to. Then I'm going to change our sheets. I don't know if anyone else does this, but I tend to change the sheets a bit more often in cold and flu season. I just worry a little bit more about the germs, so I'm going to change them today. And Jackson has actually been getting into our bed every single night since we took him out of his cot. So he's been sleeping between Matt and I, but we don't mind too much. We're pretty used to it because he's the third. I've always said we should have bought 2 double beds and put them next to each other and had the whole family sleep like that, because it is musical beds all night. So yeah, I'm just going to put the duvet cover on, and to put the duvet cover on, I will just turn it inside out, grab the corners, and then flip it, as you can hopefully see here. If you want a tutorial on how I do it, I'm happy to do that, but I'm sure you guys probably do it the same way. So the sheets that I'm putting on our bed today were ones that I got from French Connection. I really like the look of them, and they don't need too much ironing or steaming or anything like that, so that's always a bonus as well. Then, because I'm done in my bedroom, I'm going to move the Roborock into here, because there are little black bits all over my floor and I would love for it to vacuum it all up. So as you can see, it's just making its way around the furniture. It even went down the side of the bed, and yeah, it's actually really nice to just have that going on and having one job ticked off the list. And I swear it was making me clean faster, because I was trying to like get the rooms done before it was reaching the room. So I'm just going to quickly clean up Caleb's room and get everything off the floor as well, so that the Roborock can come in here. Then I'm going to quickly give our bathrooms upstairs a little once over. So I just put a little bit of bleach into the boys' toilet, switched up the towels, and I'm going to wipe down the sink. I am going to use some method cleaner here, because obviously I want to disinfect everything because of their little hands and germs and things. So I'm just going to wipe down the sink and the tap as well, and then put back their toothbrushes and soap. And then I'm also going to go into our ensuite, which is such a tiny little room, but I just need to freshen it up. So again, I'm adding some toilet cleaner. I'm just going to wipe down our mirror, which has lots of splashes on it, and then the sink as well. Once I've done that, I'm actually going to use the brush to clean our toilet and wipe down our toilet seat, because I'm kind of finished with that cloth now. And then I'm going to go downstairs and take the laundry out that was in. That's the rug all clean, and I'm going to leave that to dry, just air dry it. And then I'm going to put another load of laundry, which is pretty much all of the sheets that I've just taken off of my bed. While I'm downstairs, I've left the Roborock vacuuming upstairs, but I'm not worried about it falling down the stairs, because it has built-in sensors to stop it from colliding or falling down the stairs. So while it's carrying on up there, I'm going to sort out our front room. I'm just going to plump up the cushions, sort out the couch and everything, and I've just put up a few Christmas decorations. I don't think this is too much, because it's literally just the fireplace. So I'm just turning on some lanterns that we have next to our fake fire, and I've obviously turned that on as well. We've also got some fairy lights on the mantelpiece, and it just makes the whole room feel that little bit more cozy, and I cannot wait to put up all of our Christmas decorations. Alright, so that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed this clean with me, and thank you so much to Roborock for sponsoring this video, and I'll put all the details for the vacuum in the description down below. I've loved testing it out and reviewing it, and I will definitely give you an update in about 6 months time as to how I'm still getting on with it, because I think that'll be really interesting to see when I'm using it. But yes, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.